United National Party and the Sri Lanka Freedom Party today reached an understanding for a period of 2 years. The agreement was reached at the Presidential Secretariat.
The agreement was reached in order to work together for the betterment of the country under a consensual framework. UNP General Secretary Kabir Hashim and SLFP Acting General Secretary Dumida Dissanayake signed the MOU, pledging to work together at the next Parliament. It was signed at the Presidential Secretariat soon after the swearing-in ceremony of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. The agreement that was reached today will be in effect for a period of 2 years and will be based on 10 points. Both parties have agreed that during the period of this agreement, public representatives from both parties will not be permitted to cross over to another party. The first point of agreement in the MOU was based on developing the economy. This includes a state-administered social economic market where prices will be regulated and the public will be benefited through consumer protection. The objective of this is to bridge the gap between the haves and the have-nots so that the benefits will be distributed equally among all. The agreement reached today includes the creation of 1 million job opportunities through a qualitative development, formulate a conclusive program to increase revenue and present deeds to small lands and houses that were provided by the state. The second chapter of the agreement includes the establishment of freedom. Both parties have agreed to further strengthen the democracy of the country and maintain the rule of law and equality of the country. The agreement also reads of the immediate establishment of the commissions in accordance to the 19th Amendment to the Constitution and also compile a new constitution to strengthen democracy and human rights in the country. The agreement also adds that establishment of a consensual state mechanism so that all parties will be able to take part in the governance process. Both parties have agreed to provide grants to all MPs, committee chairman and chairman of the District Development Committee devoid of their party affiliations. The agreement also reads for the abolishing of the preferential vote system and introduce a mixed method system which combines a first-past-post system with a proportional representative system. The third chapter of the MOU relates to the crackdown on corruption. It agrees to establish an independent commission to crack down on corruption in accordance to the internationally accepted anti-corruption norms. The agreement also reads on passing the National Audit Act and the Right to Information Act while calling for a review on the regulations on financial crimes, money laundering, fraud and corruption and assets declaration and thereby expedite the legal process. The fourth chapter in the agreement is related to the uplifting of the education and health sectors of the country. The MOU reached today agreed to increase the allocation of the GDP for the education sector to 6%, while the allocation of the GDP for the health sector be increased to 3%. Chapter 5 of the MOU that was reached today related to international relations and cites that a non-aligned policy need to be followed in manner that the Sri Lankan identity will be protected and maintain friendly and strong relations between all nations. Chapter 6 of the MOU reads on women and children's rights and adds that measures need to be taken to ensure women's social, economic and cultural rights and also to empower them. It also reads that laws need to be formulated in accordance to the United Nations pledge on the elimination of discrimination against women and girls. Both parties have agreed to impose strict punishment on sexual violence against women and children, also compensate victims of sexual harassment. Another important point that was agreed today was that the Cabinet would make the decision on major development policies and processes. The agreement will be in effect for a period of 2 years and the extension of the agreement will be decided on by both sides.